Okay, so a combination of tools here has allowed me to get this main blank put together pretty quickly and efficiently. I've got, you know, the fade outs going into the main body of the limbs here. I have not shaped them yet, so that'll be the next deal. And then a bamboo backing for this bow, which is going to be just kind of a straight up reflexed longbow design. Customer wants it to be a pretty lightweight finished bow, and this is going to be one of those U-finish pieces that I send out. But well, it's about 35 pounds at a 28-inch draw, which, as you can imagine, is a very lightweight bow. And it's going to require some pretty minimal dimensions to get that kind of draw weight. So I'm going to demonstrate just how to tiller your parts. Not necessarily how to tiller, but to what weight to tiller. I always talk about how you should tiller it to a very light weight when constructing reflex and deflex bows. But I don't think... I'm not sure that telling or saying that it should be a very light weight is really doing a whole lot of justice. I see. haven't done anything in the way of tailoring this. This is the belly piece. Strictly just tapered, right? And it's sitting at a draw height, more or less. I've got my scale here, zeroing. So, let's see here. Get him on. And just want to kind of show where we're at. At 14 inches of draw, this bow blank is pulling not even 7 pounds. Not even 7 pounds at 14 inches. Now I don't want to pull it too far because I don't want to do any compression damage to this belly. But just to give you an idea, 14 from brace height, like the weight of the scale itself is pulling on this bow. And at 14 inches, it's pulling about 7 pounds. All right, 7 pounds of draw weight at 14 inches. That's what this blank has associated with it right here. That is it. The bamboo backing piece is same story. Like, I mean, there's just no, I'm not even sure that it would register on here at 14 inches. Let's test that theory. Since I'm trying to be specific about putting some numbers on some of these resistances. Now this is drawing backwards, just so everybody's clear. And I still have like, this is, it's not even the weight, this is just the weight of the scale pulling it down. Like, I'm not even pulling on it, it's the weight of the scale. Oh gosh. Yeah, I mean, there's no, at this point it's just gonna weigh in at 0 pounds. It's just the weight of the scale that's pulling all of this down. It's crazy. So that's what you got here. Nothing. So the parts of this bow individually do not amount to a whole lot. Now remember, my goal weight here at 28 inches is 35 pounds. So yes, I'm building a very light bow, but the difference in terms of dimension between a 35-pound bow and a 65-pound bow is just not very much at all. And for you guys that are into the dimension piece of things, at the fades, we are 5/16 of an inch, 5/16 of an inch, just barely over 5/16 of an inch. And at the tip, we're 3/16. So it's 1/8 of an inch drop. Yeah, 1/8 of an inch thinner at the tip than it is at the fade. And you'll notice with this bow, just to point it out again, there is no power lam in this particular glue up. And it is glued up strictly as just a reflex design. Now that we've got it glued up, I'm going to go ahead and put in the nocks again. This time I just got to get through the bamboo backing, and we will put it back on the tillering tree and pull it to 14 inches, and let's see what we get. Hey guys, my intent here was to glue up a 35 pound at 28 inches bow blank. I still need to tiller and get it ready to go. I want to demonstrate just what putting that reverse tiller and then gluing the bow in tension. So we drew the bow into tension when we glued it, and only got a meager amount of reflex. And I probably can't show you guys on the screen as I've got it right now, but it is less than 3 inches of reflex at the grip. I'm going to put it on the tillering tree here. Try and zero out my scale right quick, and let you guys see what this thing is pulling. Now, my intention was to string it and get it to a brace height, but I am not able to really do that given how heavy it is. So I am on a I'm on a long string. Its gap is probably 3 or 4 inches here. So, you know, if it were at brace height, it would pull at an even heavier draw weight. And I'm trying to keep us focused on just the scale here. And you'll see at 10 inches of draw, I'm already at about 22 pounds. Take it to 12 inches of draw, and this is on a long string, you guys. Long string draw weights don't mean a whole lot because it's going to be heavier when you get it on a shorter string. But 14 inches with this long string is showing hopefully you guys can see that. Zero it again. Like 32 pounds at 14 inches. And guys, that is on a long string. So, and the string even stretched. I mean, this bow picked up all kinds of draw weight or draw resistance just through the lamination process of two pieces. They're two parts that in and of themselves would never make anything in terms of a hunting class bow. But this guy, in its current state, is definitely going to deliver pretty much any big game you want it to. This little demonstration shows you just how much energy storage takes place when we use Perry Reflex design construction, and by that I mean drawing the parts into Reflex when we laminate the two pieces together. Now, a Perry Reflex really does require just one glue line, and that's kind of the purpose behind it. We tiller our parts and we glue the back to the belly, and you saw that, and I couldn't even give you the exponential amount of draw weight that it picked up simply by gluing it in that way. The bamboo basically had zero resistance against the weight of the scale on the tillering tree, and the hickory belly was pulling at a resistance of 7 pounds at 14 inches when strung to a brace height of about 6 inches. So put together, obviously we have created a bow that is easily in a hunting class bow, and I would say it's probably in a hunting class that could kill an elephant right now. A lot of work yet to be done with this to reduce its weight, to get it to our 35 pounds at 28 inches. It's going to take a little bit of doing, but that's what we're going to tackle next week. So guys, thanks for joining me this week. We'll get this guy tillered out and get the weight down on it, and I'll take you through that process next week.